Welcome back to Cox Connections, a program that provides up-to-date information on events that affect you, our customers. Norfolk's Slover Library has been called the new model for public libraries everywhere. One of the most innovative libraries in the country, Slover offers something for everyone, including a digital lab, meeting rooms, local history databases, and don't forget, more than 160,000 books and other items available to borrow. Let's take a look at some moments from the grand opening.
Certainly appreciate all of you turning out here this crisp January morning for this really momentous occasion. This is a triumph for the administration. I want to tell you, they are the most relieved people in the entire house. The lights are on, the heat is on, you know, the building is opening on time, on budget. So let's give the city staff a great job. $65 million building seamlessly integrates 3 centuries of architecture into a masterpiece that is both awe-inspiring and welcoming. Slover is the most technologically advanced library in the country, and you will certainly be witness to that as you prowl through the various rooms here in the Slover.
My favorite story about this library, when we were in the initial discussions with the architects, and I said, you know, people keep saying we're a Sears Roebuck town. Well, I want a burnt-off Goodman library. And I think we got one. My wish is that this will truly be a place, a community center, not just for Norfolk, but for our region, for people to come together, discuss the important issues, to use it as a meeting place like we don't have now. And so I expect everybody to come back all the time, enjoy every inch of this place, and particularly the people on the stairs. This is your building, and when you go up on the 2nd floor and see that young people's area, you're not going to believe it.
Here today to tell us more about this great addition to Hampton Roads is the Director of Libraries, Sonal Rastogi, and Lelia Graham-Webb, Director of Community Engagement. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sonal, congratulations on the opening of the Slover Library. Give us a quick overview of this wonderful new facility.
Well, as you said, and as people have now seen, it's been 2 weeks into operation. It is a spectacular place to come and congregate. It's a beautiful blend of a historic building of Seaboard and the new Slover Tower, and it's connected beautifully through the forum. And as you mentioned, 160,000 books and collections stand and sit in it. We have great meeting room space all over. We have great study room spaces and conference rooms, and it's just a spectacular one of the most technologically advanced libraries in the country.
So tell us a little more about the technology. What really is contained in the new library?
So what's so unique about the technology in this library are the, as you again alluded to earlier, digital media lab. This is one of a kind in the region, and actually, if I can say, all over Virginia, in that we have a 3D printer, we have Mac computers, we have digital interactive displays all over the building, particularly in the local history room, where actually history comes to life in that sense, and you can be very interactive. Kids can play and touch and get a really good feel of the historic images and pictures. So this is what really makes it very, very unique, and not to mention a beautiful media wall that stands in the forum and that has the latest on the region, in the city, the programs and events going on throughout the building.
It really is phenomenal. I had a chance to take a tour through the library and I absolutely love it. Can you tell us a little bit more about what people will find and experience when they come to the library?
So as soon as you come in, not only are you totally taken away by the beauty of the building, the architecture, but you also right away get into the forum where we have the digital interactive touchscreen tables that people can visit and play. We have popular section on as soon as you enter, and there's the ebook display and e-magazines and what have you. So it's very interactive, very modern, but then on your left as you enter is a very traditional library sitting as well. You also have a great retail area, so there's a gift shop that people can buy all sorts of things right away. So it's very breathtaking as you enter.
It is absolutely breathtaking. The marriage of the old architecture with the new 7-story addition, it's just really phenomenal. Lelia, tell us a little bit about the goals that the library has set to engage with the community. How does the library hope to do that?
Certainly. Together, the City of Norfolk and the Batten family built this incredibly versatile and dynamic library, which is a tremendous gem for the Hampton Roads region. And it's a very centrally located place to gather, to learn, and to share. It's the perfect setting for what we call community engagement. So the foundation's job and our goal is to focus on events that are focused on relevant issues, educational, environmental, cultural, to deal with today's topics that people want to learn more about. We also have spaces that can be rented for private functions, corporate events. The architects left us with these, as you saw, dynamic views and really inspiring spaces. And our job and our goal is to fill them.
Wonderful. How did all the funding for the library come about?
Lots of vision. In 2008, Mayor Paul Frame went to Frank Batten Sr. and asked him for help to build a library, a new library for the City of Norfolk, and very generously, Mr. Batten said yes, and he agreed to donate $20 million at that time and wanted the library to be named after his uncle, Colonel Sam Slover. He wanted to recognize Sam Slover's love for the City of Norfolk. Sam Slover was the founder of Landmark Communications. He was also a mayor for the City of Norfolk in the 30s. And then the City of Norfolk also committed about $22 million to the project. The Batten Foundation then came back and donated another $20 million to the project. So what we have now for our region is basically a $65 million state-of-the-art, incredible library.
It is really phenomenal. So now, how can people take advantage of what's at the library?
I think being one of the most technologically advanced libraries, I think there's a lot of technology to play with. We have about 160, or actually 130, excuse me, public access computers all over the building. We have a great digital media lab for people to congregate and learn more about the 3D printing. And
the library is on Plume Street in
yes,
Norfolk.
Yes.
So people should feel free to swing by and take a look.
Absolutely.
Thank you both so much for being here today and talking with us about this fabulous new amenity, really, in Hampton Roads.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of Cox Connections. As always, I want to personally thank you for choosing Cox Communications for your entertainment, information, and communication needs. We know you could have chosen another provider, but because you chose us, we pledge to be a friend you can trust. We promise to provide you with innovative products backed up by a talented local team of professionals that will help you stretch your dollar. And we promise to continue to make a difference in the Hampton Roads community. From all your friends and neighbors here at Cox, we thank you again for joining us on this edition of Cox Connections.